Welcome to Bunny Bet. We're trying a new way to get him onto the table today. Hopefully he gets here. My God, it's been hard work. He doesn't let me pick him up, so I'm trying to build a stairwell up for him. Hopefully we get here. He's one step away, he's gone back down. Oh my God. So last week, because Balmain beat the Sharks, the Bunny Bet total is 0, but the turtle bet is still going strong. We're up to $2.80 with the turtle. And what I'm going to do with this show, instead of having so many different things and having the show called Bunny Bet, I'm just going to keep Bunny Bet now. So I'm going to move the turtle bet, which is currently at $2.80. I'm going to move that over to Bunny Bet. And now on to NRL round 4, where we have the Roosters hosting the Panthers. The Panthers without Nathan Cleary. I've been going back and forward on this one, but I see this as a must-win game for Roosters. And what I mean by that, obviously not must-win round 4 as far as points go. They'll be okay if they lose this game, but I see it as a must-win because if they want to be a top team in 2024, if they want to play finals football, then they really need to beat Penrith here, who are without some of their key players. Fucking cockies. So I'm backing the Roosters here, but still this game could go either way. Then we've got the 0-3 Rabbits, who I am sure will definitely not want to go 0-4 because that will be mayhem in the club, in the media. There will be absolute hell to pay if they went 0-4. And I cannot see them going 0-4 to the Bulldogs. Okay, the Bulldogs have been okay, but honestly, the pick for this one is Rabbits. Then we have the Broncos and Cowboys, which I think is probably the toughest game of this week to pick. And historically, these games, I remember a few years ago, these games seem to always go to Golden Point. I am going to go with the Broncos here because one thing that worries me a little bit about Cowboys is their defense, and they have chased teams down in their last 2 games. They have letting teams get well and truly ahead of them, and then they've chased them down. I don't think you're going to chase down the Broncos. I can't see it happening. Broncos with Adam Reynolds back. They are looking stronger, so my picks for the Broncos. Then we have the Dragons versus the Eagles. I don't have too much to say about the game itself, but last week, Eels and Parramatta was an incredible game. It was really contrasted because after that we had Melbourne and the Knights. And Eels just seemed to be on a different level. It was like watching a first grade competition compared to a reserve grade competition. Eagles are clearly ahead of other teams, and they're definitely ahead of St George, so Eagles for the win for my mind on this one. And I'm going to not put a bunny bet on this one. I'm going to add a little bit of a builder to my bunny bet. I'm going for like a pyramid type model where I have my best bet down the bottom, and then I have one layer up where I go a little bit more. So for instance, I didn't say it because I couldn't get the bunny up here. He's still running around the floor as we speak. He can't quite work out the stairs. But I had Rabbits and Bulldogs. I have a rabbit bet on the Rabbits, and I've put $2 at the current balance for the bunny is $2.80. So I've put $2 on the Rabbits, and I'm mixing that in with a multi further down, which I'll tell you about. And then I am putting 50 cents on that, adding 50 cents to go for the Eagles. And look, I'll explain this all with graphics or something along the way. Next we have Titans Dolphins, and to me Dolphins paying $1.73. Dolphins I think are being undervalued here. I don't really see what the bookies see in the Titans, because the Titans are without Tino and Fafita. They're basically 2 losses, no wins. Come on, yes! Ah, finally. Titans are in trouble. They are really struggling this year. Dolphins have shown from last week that they can hold teams out. They can be good at defense, and their attack is great. They are getting stronger this week. To me, this is like the most easiest pick of the week. Dolphins easy, and at $1.73, You'd be mad not to take it. You could even move that line. To be honest, I'm probably -10. Maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here now, saying -20. But I think if the Dolphins get on a roll, we've seen from the Saints last week, they do not hold up. They just keep going, and why not? Because that for and against at the end of the year can be so important. So my pick here is the Dolphins, and probably even I'll be putting some extra bets on that with some handicap on the Dolphins. But definitely the Dolphins are going into my bunny bet at the base level, so they make up my $2 base along with the Rabbitohs. Then we have the Sharks versus the Raiders, and this one to me is also just, I don't know what's in the bookie's head, but $2.60 for the Raiders, I just don't understand. I think they're a lot closer than that. Corey Horsburgh is back, which only strengthens the forward pack, which is going very good at the moment. Sharks just looked terrible last week. They didn't look interested. I hear people say Nico Hines is such a great dynamic player. I'm yet to see it. I think I missed that one game where he had a good game. He kicked the ball out twice on that game, and the mistakes happened. But to me, the most worrying part, the ball was bouncing behind him, and he just watched it, and basically just watched Coruscant come and jump on it, and then run off and score a try. Terrible performance from the Sharks. Obviously, they'll be looking to bounce back, but with their losses in the forward line, and Raiders forward pack just being so strong, I'm actually picking the Raiders here in the supposed upset. And just to add to that, and part of the reason why I'm trying to do these videos later is so I can see what the odds are next week. And sometimes there's good deals on odds next week. Like two weeks ago, I got Cowboys at $1.70 to beat the Dragons, which after their win, they quickly came down to $1.40. After the Dragons being slaughtered by Dolphins, it quickly came down to $1.40. But the Raiders are actually favourite next week against Parramatta, which to me just seems crazy. So the bookies think that the Raiders have got more chance of beating Parramatta next week than beating Sharks this week with a bit of a depleted forward line. And then the last game of the week, I hope I didn't miss any. I feel like I've missed something here, mainly because there's so much drama with this stupid thing. Eels host the Tigers. And this will be really interesting to see. Will the Tigers continue this effort, or was that like a one and done? Oh, okay, the pressure's off. We can relax again now. And to be honest, they were playing the Sharks team, who just didn't seem interested. Coruscant, like the Eels, will be onto him now. They'll know about the danger of Coruscant. You'll probably see him not be able to move this game. I do believe the Eels can get this done, and I'm putting this at the very top of my bet sort of pyramid on the bunny bet. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks for stopping by and watching. Please consider subscribing. This is very tough when you're new at YouTube, and honestly, the algorithm just favours the top guys all the time, and you're probably better off going with the top guys. I get it. I had one person subscribe and then unsubscribe. I mean, my God, that hurt a lot. Why would you leave this quality production? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I knew I missed something. Warriors Knights. As I just mentioned, the Eels Manly game just seemed to be on a different level compared to the Knights Melbourne game. Knights, I'm sure, can play better than they did, but also Warriors can play better than they did last week. I'm sure the Warriors can actually play better than that. And for that reason, and at home, I'm going to pick the Warriors. Thanks.